So tomorrow, the Las Vegas Raiders are going up against the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm telling you right now, this might be the last time we see a good amount of the starters before the regular season kicks off. This could be the game where we finally get the most tape, the most real reps, the most snaps from the first team guys. And that's huge because there are still a lot of questions we've all been tossing around since training camp opened. Now, I've been going through the joint practice notes, rewatching the Seahawks preseason game, and talking to some people who were actually out at camp. And I've narrowed it down to 5 big things I want to see tomorrow. 5 things that could tell us a lot about where this team is at before week 1.
What's up, Raiders fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Raiders. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Raiders.
Oh, so first thing on my list is quarterback Geno Smith. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm not worried about Geno. The guy is a good quarterback, full stop. Against Seattle, he only got 4 snaps, but looked sharp as hell. And then yesterday, in the scrimmage against the 49ers, he was cooking. Not just from Raiders reporters either. A 49ers beat reporter I spoke with personally told me Geno looked better right now than he ever saw him in a Seahawks uniform, and that's coming from someone who's covered him twice a year. That caught me off guard. I didn't expect someone from the other sideline to say, yeah, this is the best I've seen him. But now I want to see that in an actual game. Give him a full drive. Give him 12 to 15 snaps. Let's see if he can march us down the field and finish in the red zone.
Against the Seahawks, we had 2 drops. One to Donta Thornton, one to Jacoby Myers. But the reality is that first drive ended with a punt. No points. I want to see Geno in a real competitive situation where he has to sustain a drive and score. Maybe hit Trey Tucker deep. Maybe Donta Thornton. Maybe make those tough throws between the numbers. And speaking of those throws, the one question the 49ers reporter had about Geno was his accuracy on those intermediate routes. The 7 to 12 yard stuff between the hashes. Last year in Seattle, that quick game, tight window passing led to the most interceptions of his career. It's a fair critique. But with Chip Kelly calling plays, I think we'll have the structure to put points up every week. Tomorrow, I just want to see an extended Geno Smith operating this offense start to finish. Second thing I'm watching, the cornerback group. Let's be real. Coming into camp, this was already a position with question marks. We didn't know who would start. Darian Porter, the rookie, had a ton of hype. Eric Stokes looked good. DeCamarion Richardson was drawing praise. People were saying we didn't even need Bennett because the CB room was so solid. Then the game started. Against Seattle and then the 49ers in practice, reality hit. The Niners had multiple deep touchdowns. Ricky Pearsall burned us on a deep post. Another first-team wideout got in the end zone. The only guy anyone mentioned having a little bit of success was Q Blue Kelly. And that's from one report, so take it for what it's worth. And it's not just corners. Safety Isaiah Pola-Mao played 40 snaps in the Seahawks preseason game. Is that because they're getting him ready? Or because they're not sold? Then we signed Terrell Edmunds. Was that for depth after Lonnie Johnson Jr.'s injury, or a sign they don't trust Pola-Mao yet? Chris Smith II is still taking first-team big nickel reps. What I want to see tomorrow is whether this secondary can function as a unit against the Niners starters. You don't have to have every guy win every rep, but you do need the group to be in sync, communicating, and not giving up freebies downfield. Okay, now moving the offensive line against the Seahawks. The first team only played 4 snaps, but in the joint practice with the 49ers, reports say they handled that defensive front. Geno had time. He was comfortable, and that's against a team that knows how to get after the QB. That doesn't surprise me. I said in my video the other day that the first unit looked good. Colton Miller was moving people, but I want to see it in live action. I want to see them in third and long pass pro. I want to see them ID and pick up blitzes. I want to see them open run lanes and control the line of scrimmage, because let's be honest, this unit could be the difference between 11 wins and a playoff berth, or 7 wins and sitting at pick number 12 in the draft. The pieces are here. Miller, Jackson Powers-Johnson, Charles Grant, DJ Glaze. The investment's been made. Now we need to see it click. And tomorrow's a perfect test. Robert Saleh's defenses are creative. I want to see how this line processes movement, stunts, and disguised pressure. If they can handle that against a front like the Niners, that's a statement.
The fourth thing I am curious to watch is running back Ashton Jeanty. Look, we don't need to show our whole hand in preseason. No crazy motion packages, no screen game wrinkles that we're saving for the Patriots. But we can give Jeanty more touches.
3 carries against Seattle aren't enough. And right now, a lot of people are already calling Tre'Veon Henderson the better back after his 100-yard kickoff TD and his 18-yard run. That's fine, but let's see Jeanty in real situations. In camp, he's popped big runs, including one in the Niners scrimmage, but I want that on tape in a game. His first carry versus Seattle was solid, 3 to 4 yards. Second, met 5 yards in the backfield, made a guy miss, but Munford lost his block and the play was over. That's not on him. Tomorrow, I want to see him with space, with blocking, and with the chance to break one.
Finally, let's discuss linebackers. If the season started today, you'd probably see Elandon Roberts and Jermaine Pratt as the starters. But I'm not sold on Roberts. Missed tackles, blown coverages, one that gave up 20 yards. And this is a group that could look totally different by week 1. Devin White's flashed 2 picks off Geno in camp the other day. Matt Jones, an undrafted free agent, has looked good in coverage. Tommy Eichenberg's flashed too. Jamal Adams is also in the mix. Tomorrow's matchup is perfect for testing linebackers because Kyle Shanahan's offense stresses them. Wide zone looks to the left, then play action boots back to the right. Power concepts where they pull a fullback or TE instead of an O-lineman. Misdirection everywhere. It's tough to read, and it's going to separate the guys who diagnose quickly from the ones who get caught leaning. I want to see 2 guys separate from the rest tomorrow. That's how we'll know who's really going to run this group when the games matter. Okay, one last quick note on the defense line. A Niners camp source told me outside of Maxx Crosby, the line didn't look great in practice, but he also said half the touchdowns San Fran scored wouldn't have counted if Maxx could finish sacks in camp conditions. That's the camp report trap. In a game, those might be drive killers. Tyree Wilson got a sack on a stunt with Maxx, which is nice, but I want to see him win one-on-one, beat his guy straight up. That's what tomorrow's for. So, the bottom line is tomorrow's game isn't just another preseason run-through. This is the closest we're getting to a real test before week 1. I want to see Geno run the show start to finish. The O-line handle everything thrown at them. The secondary respond after 2 shaky outings. Jeanty get real work. And the linebackers prove who belongs in the starting lineup. Oh. And let's see if this D-line can bring actual heat when it counts. Because after tomorrow, the next time these starters are on the field, it's for real. So, guys, what do you think about this? What's your take on the contest tomorrow? Do you think Geno will handle this? And what about Cam Miller? Do you think he's going to get more reps than O'Connell? Share your thoughts in the comment section.